we started the Barossa Valley Cheese Company in 2003. March 2003 was our first production. We'd purpose-built the factory and we produce a range of soft cheeses in the white moulds and washed-rind category, so the camemberts and bries, and then the more pungent, smelly cheese. I just absolutely love cheese and I love food, so that was what motivated me to start and get involved in food production and the regionality that we have here in the Barossa Valley. So for my market research for the business before we even started was about getting out there and trying different cheeses to start with, to see what different flavour compounds there were, what people were doing. I started having a look into what was on offer in Australia and then also what was in offer from South Australia, and then just actually talking to people, talking to lots of colleagues and friends and other people that were interested in food and wine and what they were really searching for and what they really loved. And so that was part of the journey to create my research to begin the business. I actually am glad that I didn't know anything when I started, and the reason being is because the more that I did know, the less likely I would have taken the jump into business and starting the business, because I think you can develop a little bit of a fear with the more things that you know if you go in too deep with your knowledge. So you understand it, do your market research, understand what you're getting involved in, but there's a few things that you just need to be prepared. It's like going out sailing, you've got to have everything on board ready to go just in case, but you will come across some really big challenges, and that's when you find out really whether you've actually done your foundation work first. I think having a business plan is a great start. The reason is because it makes you stop and think. You can have a fantastic idea and a fantastic concept, but unless you actually stop, do some research, actually think about all of your cash flow issues, create some budgets, create some marketing strategies, how are you going to actually create your business otherwise? So it makes you stop, makes you think and plan. And what I always know is the more time that you spend on planning, the easier it is to execute. So 80% of the time was setting up planning. We spent 2 years actually designing the products that we were going to make, designing the factory that we're making them in, and designing how we were actually going to start selling those products and what we were planning to do for the next 3 years. That was a guideline. It's not set in stone because we actually need to change and work with the situations that arise over the business's life and the opportunities that happen. So we have changed a few things, but it was a great foundation for us. So very important to have a business plan. Our online strategy started basically in 2005. When we started the business in 2003, there wasn't a very strong online presence, but by 2005, 2006, we saw that it was really important to have a website to start with and to be able to communicate our story and our products through that website. We've continued in our marketing strategy to include Facebook and Twitter and Flickr and just recently Instagram to communicate what we're all about, the pictures of our products, the story of our product, everything that we do. One of the most important things for me is actually working on the business through a series of forum groups that I'm involved in. So in these groups, there is about 10 to 12 people that act as an independent form of directors, and I can actually talk about my issues and we can solve the problems, and that is, for me, has been really important.